You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co-host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad-to-be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together. What the Fawkes is going on, Sean? I'm sorry. I had to start that way. I need a refresher course, Sean, because I love you guys so much. You just spent a day, or you went to a fireworks show.
Yeah, so it's just an evening of fireworks.
And so because what is this holiday called?
Well, we call it Bonfire Night, but it marks the treason of Guy Fawkes and his collaborators, who tried to blow up Parliament using gunpowder many years ago.
Okay.
So
okay,
and
so you have fireworks and a bonfire.
Yeah,
and somewhere in this country they light him on fire, right?
Yeah, they put an effigy of Guy Fawkes at the top. I think it's become a little bit too PC now, where we can't have a scarecrow-looking person.
Okay.
Sat at the top on fire because people get worried. But yeah, and the council district that we live in, every year they put on a fireworks display. There's mobile food vendors there. There's mobile carnival rides turn up and stuff like that. And they do 2 fireworks shows. One at 7 p.m. and it's usually a little bit quieter. It's not all the big stuff at 7 p.m. And then 45 minutes later, they'll do a bigger, more louder one. So families can come with smaller children, see the first one disappear off before it gets A, too busy, and B, too loud. And then the second fireworks display goes, and then it's usually everybody just disappears. Suddenly the field that was full becomes very empty very fast.
Gotcha. I like it. I feel like we need to do this. We need a Benedict Arnold day. That's what we need. And then we can just burn.
What did your Benedict... What?
Burn
just want to set fire to stuff.
Yeah, set fire to Benedict Arnold. That's what we need. I really appreciate it.
What did Benedict Arnold do?
He I don't entirely know the whole story, but he was a treason. He switched sides in the Revolutionary War is what he did.
I've heard his name, but I just didn't understand.
Well, so I looked it up because I was like, man, I want to make sure I don't want to screw up. I don't want to lose my citizen card here because I screwed this up that bad. But I was pretty sure I knew what I was talking about. So he was it the Revolutionary War? Whether else says the shortest explanation for Arnold's treason is that he married the wrong person. Wow, there's a Dad Crossing episode right there.
I mean, it happens to the best of people. FYI, Lindsay, if you hear this, I'm not meaning me.
Historians say that the shortest explanation for Arnold's treason is that he married the wrong person. That's a legit quote. Oh, man. That's funny. But anyways, I was just trying to make sure it was the Revolutionary War where this happened. I think it was, though. But anyways, yeah, he got full honors from George Washington, and then basically flipped sides. So
nice.
Yeah.
Turncoat as such.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So anyways, we should have a same day. I just think it's always, it's not funny. It's just, it's an interesting holiday to celebrate this guy.
It is, considering that we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. We celebrate St. Andrew's, St. George's.
And then you just celebrate this random. You're basically celebrating the fact that he didn't take down the government, right?
Parliament. Yeah.
So basically, you're like more than celebrating the guy, you're really celebrating like the institution of that it stood strong within the.
Yeah, that's it. I just think it's very British to like have, because I mean St. George's Day over here. There's some people go big for it and they with flags and stuff out, and sometimes they have street parties, but it doesn't happen not very often. But Bonfire Night, everybody gets involved in it, and it's really one of those like passive aggressive things as a British person would do. We would just be like, let's celebrate that he was burnt
Mm-hmm.
on a bonfire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the way we did it.
Yep. I can appreciate it. He brought the country together. He was trying to tear it apart, or maybe he had other motives and thought that he was bringing it together by tearing it apart. I don't know. But either way, however it did, he brought the country together. Now they all come together on a day to celebrate his undoing. I think it's fantastic. So we had fireworks today. Hung out with the fam.
Yep. Yeah, we did. We took Logan's little pal with us, and Emily's boyfriend came along with us because his parents very kindly took Emily out to a shopping center for the day. So we offered that we would take Oliver to the bonfire show and feed him and kind of look after him for a bit, and
Sure.
so they could spend some more time together. So just really nice.
That's nice.
So
Yeah.
His parents are really cool. So
sweet that you got to do it.
and he's a really nice, polite kid as well. So it's
awesome.
like I jokingly earlier, his dad was in the car and he dropped him off and he's like, "Oh, have you given him all the chat and the warnings yet?" And I was like, "I don't feel like I need to, not yet." He's really polite and he's a really good kid. So
those are what you got to watch for, Sean. Those polite kids. Boom.
I mean, he fits in my trainers, and he's not even 14 yet. So
I'm not going anywhere with that. I'm not gonna go.
I'm just saying he's tall.
Oh, okay.
He's just tall. So
good. Yeah.
God damn it, Nick.
Just what? I was like, I'm not. That's good. You guys can share shoes. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
So yeah, I think that's great. That's fantastic. How was Halloween?
It was good. Yeah, we Logan dressed up as Harry Potter. I think I sent you a picture.
Yeah, he was a good Harry Potter.
It was very good.
Yeah,
very very convincing.
Mm-hmm.
He actually argued about having his hair cut so he could make sure it was scruffy enough to look like Harry Potter.
Good man. Look at him. He's doing the whole part.
Yeah, Rex came with us as well. He had a skeleton jumper on and a flashy red collar.
I didn't get a picture of Rex. Come
on. He didn't stay still long enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
He really doesn't stay still long enough to get a good picture. Or when I do, he either looks shocked or sad. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there was that. How was it for you? How was Halloween for you this year?
It's good. So we really struggled on a costume this year. Nobody could.
I'm gonna say because you guys usually do the best, like family costume.
Yeah. It was really a problem. Nobody could really agree. There was a lot of options tossed around. Everybody kept kind of hemming and hawing. And then the kids watched Nacho Libre. Have you seen that movie?
Yes, I have. It's fantastic.
Okay. So the kids watched that this summer, and Becca was like, we could do Nacho Libre. Now, to be fair, I've watched it twice and fell asleep through it twice, so I barely know what happened. And it's not that I don't like Jack Black. That's nothing. I just sleep through movies. It's what I do. It's my superpower. Everybody's got to have one. I wish mine was a little bit more effective or helpful. It's not. That's my superpower. I sleep through movies.
It's a good way to pass time.
Yeah, it is. So I was like, I don't know anything about it. You just tell me who you want me to be. But everybody really couldn't get around. And then Noah was Nacho Libre, and the people who said this were just dumb because one, he had a shirt on and he had the mask thing and he did all the parts. So, and he had red boots and the whole thing. But he went to a trunk or treat when last Friday when I had a board meeting, a board dinner soup thing, whatever. And everybody kept saying he was Captain Underpants. He didn't look anything like Captain Underpants. His shorts weren't white. He had a shirt on. He had red boots on. He didn't have suspenders. not at all. Like not in any way.
Captain Underpants doesn't wear anything other than underpants and a cape.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So the only thing he had going for him that matched was a cape. I'll give him that. That's the only thing. So then he came home and he's like, oh, I don't know if I don't want to be Nacho Libre because nobody gets it. Now, on that instance, he's not wrong. Ain't nobody know what not. I mean, I mean, if we ran into friends, they were like, oh yeah, Nacho Libre. But like any of his age was like, we have no idea what you are, So
yeah.
so then that
See,
kind
the thing
of
is that Natural Libre is a cult classic
I
film for me.
know.
It's a fantastic
I
Jack
know.
Black film. So I'm glad he chose it. That was an awesome
Well, I mean, Becca chose it,
option
to
to
be
go with.
honest. So
Oh, okay.
that was the thing. We couldn't come up with a solution, and Becca was like, "Well, we need to make we need to make one Nacho Libre." So we went as not as that, and nobody really knew who we were, other than like a handful of people. Very cool. Nobody knew who we were though, but we still had
It's the best
it was
costume.
it was a rough start to the just attitudinal wise. But we got over it and then had a good time. And we always invite friends and family. So after the grandparents come and do the trick or treating with us. Or I'm not do the trick or treating. They come to the house and hand out candy at our house while we do the trick or treating. And then once we're done, we come together. I made cheesy ham and potato soup. My mom made unstuffed pepper soup, and I made hot chocolate from scratch. First time I've ever done that, and man, it was really good. I'm doing that again, and it was not hard at all. And so that was like a huge hit. I normally do hot apple cider, and nobody drinks it, um, because it just doesn't go over here. Like I don't know what it is. And so I asked Beck, I was like, do I go and do the apple cider thing again or not? And she was like, if you want to, but nobody's drinking it. And I was like, yeah. So I chose to do hot
That's
chocolate.
a very Christmassy thing. When I went to Vienna last year for the Christmas markets, there was a lot of apple spiced warm ciders going around there. So it could be something you bring back when it's cooler.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. And it was a beautiful day. I mean, it was just right. It wasn't hot. It wasn't cold. It wasn't rainy. It was like 55 degrees. It was like perfect, like just how you would want Halloween to be. So we went to a couple
It
trunk or
rained here.
treats. It rained there. I'm sorry, that stinks. We've been getting rain for a long time. Either that or it's like 30 degrees. But man, this one was perfect. So we did a couple trunk or treats, and then we went around to a bunch of different houses. Do you still do you guys do house trick or treating?
House, yeah, we
Okay.
do house to house.
Okay.
A lot of people, and I think it's wrong for this because you're going to get the kids that kind of rock up and just grab handfuls and empty bowls. But a lot of people will decorate and then leave like a bowl, usually a cauldron looking bowl,
Yeah.
by the front door for you to take, and they leave a sign saying just take one. But kids can be
Yeah.
kids, and they take more than one. So there was a lot of walking up and stuff like that. But there was a few houses that knocked. There was one house in particular on the estate which was really well decorated. It had this spider web coming down from the side of the house, big spider on it, all
Oh,
little
that's cool.
purple, and like big inflatable ghosts and stuff like that, and looked really spooky and cool. And when Logan got there, he knocked on the door. They didn't do the whole bowl thing. He knocked on the door, and they came to the door. They gave him a goodie bag, which had like different stuff in it as well as sweets. But they also gave him this light up fiber optic wand.
Neat.
And I was like, they went all out, and
Yeah.
yeah, that was his favorite house this year
I'm
because he
sure.
got something that lit up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, do you guys have like the porch light system? Is that something just over here?
Yeah, it's as long as people have decorated. So usually we go a bit more all out at the front, which next year I'm gonna spend some time making some gravestones and stuff to put at the front next year. But yeah, it's usually if somebody has like some kind of decorations out front and their porch light on, then it's time to knock. So when we left,
that's what we do.
while we were waiting for the rain to pass a bit, so it got a bit lighter, Logan was doing the whole door thing, and as soon as we went out to go and walk around, I turned all the lights off and turned the porch light off, and took the the pumpkin wreath. We had like a Halloween wreath on the door. I took that down as well. So, but
Nice.
people still came up and tried the Ring doorbell. They just, even though all the lights were off, it was like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's always the system. If the porch light's on, but you still can't use that all the time because sometimes you're like, no, but the house, yes, it has a light on, but that's the only light on in the entire house. So no, we're not. I'm not. You're not walking up to that house. I doubt anybody's there. So, but no, we had a good time. By the way, on your gravestone thing, if you, I don't know what you guys use. I don't know how like your building system or if you put foam on the outside of your foundations. But if you know of a builder, and you do like the 2-inch foam on the outside of your foundations, which is kind of code around here, they make that would be perfect for gravestones. Like,
okay.
yeah, like just like absolutely perfect.
I'm gonna speak to Frosticles because he made a bunch.
I saw those. Yeah, wonder what he made them out of.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to ask him what he made them out of because literally all they need to do is just a couple of stakes and stand up at the front of the house.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do. Somebody at work has made a skeleton, and the eyes kind of just moved and blinked all the time and looked around, but the rest of the skeleton kind of like just dangled there. So I'm going to see him and see how he did that, and just try and make a bit more of a effort on the outside. The inside of the house is always well decorated. I mean, I took everything down today, so Jack Skellington has disappeared. I've kept the pumpkins out that we have. We have some crocheted pumpkins and some actual pumpkins that we buy a few every year, little ones. I've kept them out because they're an autumn decoration.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Actually,
everything else is gone.
That's what my wife is doing on on main floor right now above me. She is taking down the Halloween stuff, leaving up the harvesty stuff, and putting up more harvest stuff because she's all in on the decorating stuff.
Well, you guys have got Thanksgiving coming up in like, what, 4 weeks?
Yeah, so we put out stuff like cornucopias that nobody uses anymore, but they're still a decoration. Cornucopias, their only use is decorating. I don't know anybody that's like, here's some Thanksgiving in a cornucopia on the table. Please help yourself.
Yeah, I'm this year on Thanksgiving, which I think it is the 28th of November, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really late this year. Yep. No, it's to be the 27th. 27th.
Oh,
it's the fourth Thursday. Yeah.
Okay, because I think I'm going out with all the guys from work for our Christmas do.
Okay.
On that day.
Okay.
Quite looking forward to that. I thought it was on Thanksgiving, but it might not be. It might be on the 28th.
Yeah, that'd be Friday.
Just gonna look at that now.
So,
yeah,
that will be. If you guys are going to a restaurant that day, good luck. That's Black Friday. So have fun.
Oh, it's already booked. It's already booked inside.
All right, good. I'm glad it's booked for you. Yeah, because I was like, man, I don't do anything on Black Friday. I mean, you're gonna have to give me like a Switch 2 for free to get me to go and like Brave. Although it's not as bad as it used to be with all the internet stuff nowadays, and the fact that like Black Friday starts now, basically.
Starts now and then ends at like Monday the 1st, and it turns into Cyber Monday.
Yeah. So
it's like having all the Christmas stuff out before Halloween's been done. That's annoyed me. I'll save my language because
see, your Christmas stuff gets so much more time. Like, because over here it's always a big debacle. Like, well, does it go out now? Because like a lot of people have Thanksgiving stuff, or do you wait until after Thanksgiving? There's a bunch of people there's two camps. You either put it out now or you put it out after Thanksgiving.
Lindsay this morning literally woke up and she showed me because like on Facebook you can have those Facebook memories that kind of come back up. It's on this day and it's like 1 year ago.
Yeah.
She's like last year or the year before, she was like 1st November we had the Christmas decorations up after we took the Halloween decorations down. I just went, no. Yeah. It's not happening. Sorry.
Yeah.
November. I am not. I've just got over the house looking cluttered from the Halloween decorations. I am not then going to have to deal with the Christmas decorations for more than I need to.
Yeah, I hear that. Like when the Christmas decorations do come out, there's two trees, one of them's in the living room. Basically means whoever sits on the far side of the couch no longer gets to see the TV. So then everybody's kind of scrunched over, which we have like a sectional couch, so it goes kind of around two walls. So it's not the end of the world because it's just the four of us, but yeah, it does. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's pretty. Like it starts to bring the Christmas feels, and that's all great. But I know some people are like, I just want to leave it up forever, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. It can come down now.
Our Christmas tree has with that like fake polystyrenery kind of snow
Oh yeah,
powder
yeah.
on it, and then so you add that and the twinkly lights and Rex, and he will run and like hide under the tree because he's seen the movement of the lights,
Mm-hmm.
and then he'll come out, so all that drops down, but it's also stuck to him, and then he charges around the house and just spreads it, so it just looks like it's snowed all the time in our
Mm-hmm.
house. So, but the tree looks really nice with all the fake snow on, so it's win-win or win-lose, or I just have to get over it.
I love that. It's win-win or win-lose or never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Our cat never brings our tree down, which always makes me happy. I was really afraid that was going to be a thing that happened, but never happens over here.
Does Boo actually go in it, or she just kind of look at it and go, "That's too much effort. I'm a cat. I go nap."
Yeah, what she does, I think somehow like, I don't know. I think it's psychedelic to her. So she'll walk under it and then she'll roll over on her back and just kind of stare up at all the lights. Yeah, she's like, that's what she does most of the time. So if she does anything
I have
with the tree,
I have got the catnip, and now I'm going to stare at the lights.
it's totally true. She's just like that. That's what Boo does. So there you go. Anything else happened this week that's not Halloween?
Well, it's been Lindsay's week off, so it's been half term. Logan had the extended half term because of the Nintendo event last week, or the week before. And like Lindsay finished on the Friday, and she came home, and between her coming home at like 3 p.m. and going to bed Friday night, she went from being fine to being ill.
Oh, that's the worst.
And she was like, she said, this is just typical. Like the whole knowing you have to be busy, you can't not be at work kind of thing because you work in a school. And then there's all the kids with all the different germs and stuff like that. And then there's a whole cortisol crash in terms of, you're trying to spin so many plates and get things done before the half term. And she said, like, your body just, and she says all of her work colleagues have all been messaging and saying exactly the same, that, they've all just crashed and felt crap. So she was feeling like that. She felt like all weekend. And then I think Wednesday was probably the first day she felt okay. And that's when we went and had a walk around. We went to Ilkley Moor, had a walk around the top of the moor there. We did plan on doing a 9-kilometer walk, but I think Lindsay sometimes forgets because we live, well, people who come from where I am are known as flatlanders because the elevation gain from one side of town to the other side of town is about 20 feet. It is just flat. So we're not used to hills. So when she's like, "Oh yeah, it's just a 9K like circular walk. We should easily do this. I'll book us into this little pub that sits next to where the car park was for the walk. And we'll do the walk and we'll go there. It should be loads of time." And so we got there and we set off walking. After about 40 minutes, we hadn't covered a mile.
Oh no!
And she was like, "Yeah, we're not going to get this whole thing done before we have to get to our booking." So I was like, "No." So we pulled the maps out on his phone and we were kind of like, "Right, so we'll do this route instead." And we kind of cut it in half. And it worked out at like 2 and a bit miles and a 750 feet elevation gain between starting and stopping.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
Yeah. And when you've got like a 7-year-old that all he kept doing was running really far ahead and then walking back and running and he got really tired really quick. So
yeah, I bet
it's something we'll go back and do. but we dropped lucky. It was very, very nice there. I sent you the pictures. It was a very
Yeah,
nice
it's
day. We
very
had
pretty.
like a quick shower at one point, but other than that, it was very good. So we did that, and then we went down into Ilkley Town after we had a meal at the pub kind of thing. Had a wander around there, and then headed off home. We've had Halloween, and that's about it. Got my mother-in-law's coming tomorrow for Sunday dinner for a Sunday roast. So looking forward to that. So,
Hmm.
but yeah.
Your weekly
What
Thanksgiving.
about you? Other than yeah, weekly Thanksgiving. So, well, what about you? Other than Halloween and the end of the soccer season,
Oh,
what else
it's
have you
been
been up to?
nice. The end of the soccer season's been nice. I mean, we still have the rehearsal thing going on. So for Shrek. So still doing that for Noah, but at least I'm not bopping back and forth between the soccer field and the auditorium. So that's nice. I forgot. I tell my wife what we're talking about, and she usually is like, ask Sean these questions. I get this a lot, and then a lot of times she'll be like, "Did you ask Sean these questions?" And I'm like, "Ah, crap, I
I
haven't."
get exactly the same.
Do you? So,
Yeah, I can guarantee you that the round and the people of TikTok that will see the TikTok for this,
mm-hmm,
I can guarantee you the round soup shape for food or the round food shape for
mm-hmm.
soup. That's the right way of putting it. Look at that. That discussion when I go upstairs later on will carry on, and she'll. Did you ask Nick? Did you ask Nick while you was talking to Nick? So, and what did Nick say?
I'm sorry,
She'll say
Sorry,
exactly the
Lindsay.
same.
Sorry, I didn't bank on this. So,
Didn't agree.
yeah. So Becca wants to know: do you guys
Oh,
have do you have harvest parties or Halloween parties or whatever you might call them for like school? Like, is there anything like? Do the kids have anything like that?
we have a harvest festival.
Okay.
So at the end of the summer period, where obviously the farmers will have been out and harvested everything, all the corn, everything like, they do go to our local parish church, and they'll go sing hymns. Everybody has to turn up with an offering of some description. It's usually a tinned food of some description.
Sure.
Um, and they'll go and they'll have a day there. The kids all have a part that they have to speak. Parents are invited to go along. We all make donations towards the church, which is really nice. Kids do that. Halloween parties, not so much.
Okay.
Obviously, there's the huge mixed belief system.
Yeah.
Even though Logan goes to a Church of England school, there's a belief system. So some people do and don't get on with Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So they tend not to do a Halloween party. Plus, there's the level of kids being scared or not scared. So they
Mm-hmm.
don't do the Halloween stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So we do them, but oftentimes they're called harvest festivals, not a
Yeah.
Halloween party. Hence, like at our kids' school, they had a harvest fest on Friday. And you can bring your costume, just can't be anything scary or gory or assumptively violent. So like no guns or anything like that, right? Um and so and then so they get to bring their costumes. Noah and Ariel had theirs on all day, but you're supposed to not have them on until the Harvest Fest started. But I was like, Ariel and Noah both said their teachers were like, no, just bring them because I don't want to have to deal with you changing halfway through the day. So that's what they did. Anyways, so there was that question, and I think I've asked this question last year, and I think you were like, nah, it's not really a thing we do. But do you guys have trunk or treats? That was the other question.
We don't. And I literally had this conversation with Lindsay as we were walking around on the estate because there's so many people on our estate that have younger kids that are all out. We're all out trick or treating at exactly the same time,
Mm-hmm.
basically. As soon as it gets dark and it's not absolutely hammering it down with rain, everybody goes out at the same time. So there is only really, maybe there was 20 houses out of the whole estate, and there must be 200 plus houses on the estate um, that had stuff out and were answering doors.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of said to Lindsay, I think as a community, we maybe really need to think about doing it a different way,
Mm-hmm.
where the kids can still go out in the costumes, but they are more. It's a little bit more constructed. So I'm going to have a think about that over the Christmas period and maybe approach, because we have a Facebook group for
Sure.
our estate, and maybe structure something in there and be like, hey, I understand that the kids really enjoy Halloween, but equally everybody wants to get out and get the kids walking around. How about we do some kind of like pop-up table system,
Mm-hmm.
similar to the trunk or treat, where the cars go to the kids
Mm-hmm.
and everybody kind of comes to those. We have so many, one, two, three, four sets of apartments that have car parks. We could set
Oh
up and
yeah.
decorate the car parks
Mm-hmm.
and do it that way, where the kids could come into the car parks, so it's all decorated, and walk around there. Everybody can bring something that the kids can take from there, rather than going from door to door and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I need to have a think about that, and I'll discuss with Lindsay like what she might think is logistically the best way of doing it. But Halloween and Bonfire Night are two of my favorite nights of the year, and
They were back to back for you this year. Are they
yeah, they
normally
were
back
back
to
to back
back,
for us this year.
or is it just how it landed?
It's just how it lands. If
Okay.
Halloween, if the 31st landed on, let me think, today's the 1st, so if Halloween had landed on like where Bonfire Night, so Bonfire Night is usually the 5th of November. So 5th of the November was the weekend, and Halloween was like the Monday kind of thing. It'd have fallen differently,
Mm-hmm.
but because Bonfire Night as our um, as the way that we celebrate it, it's unfortunately dropped midweek. We do everything on the weekend because everybody's off.
Sure.
There's nobody that can complain really that fireworks are going off late at night while everybody's trying to get some sleep for work and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, because what you might hear is, even during the recording of this, every now and you might hear the odd bang. People will be setting fireworks off till, I think they're allowed until midnight
Mm-hmm.
before it becomes a noise nuisance
Yeah.
as such.
Yeah, that's over here too for 4th of July, midnight. Nobody listens, but that's what it is. So,
Yeah.
so yeah. Anyway, so those were the two questions from Beck. We trunk or treats are like huge over here. It's do it all the time. So, yeah.
I think because you guys have like settlements of villages quite far apart, or the houses are also quite far apart for you guys. That's my understanding.
Yeah, that's part of it. Also, it's like our neighborhood. There's like 4 houses maybe in our neighborhood that does it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, since it's not as since not everybody participates as much in the handing out of candy, then let's bring the people who do want to participate to one area so that kids can actually do it. I do miss the running up and being like trick or treat. I do. I just think that's cool. So, but Halloween's changed a lot since I did it a long 100
Yeah.
years ago. So did you
Back when
did you guys ever have the scare of the like stuff in your candy? Like was that a thing? No. Oh my gosh, I remember.
No.
That happened when I was trick or treating over here. So it was like, oh, somebody found a razor blade in a Reese's, and then we had to go take our candy to the police station, and they would like scan it with the metal detector.
Ate it all.
Yeah. And then you had to give them a Reese's as a thank you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Oh man, I remember that. It was like a huge thing. You had to go, and we stood in line, got our candy scanned.
No, when I was a kid, more people seemed to take part. There was less decorating for it. There was more just like the pumpkin carving. So there'd be a pumpkin outside nearly every house,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and everybody answered. There was more going up to the door, knocking
Yeah.
on the door,
Yeah.
trick
For
or
sure.
treat, and people coming to the. There has this year. I have noticed a lot more people doing the bowl system.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, but like Logan came back and he had his little tiny plastic bucket, and I'd say it was like 3/4 full, if that.
Yeah.
When I used to go trick or treating, I used to take like a pillowcase, and I used to have to come
Yes.
back, empty the pillowcase, and go back out.
Yeah, man.
And Lindsay said the same. She was like, I can remember going trick or treating as a kid, and I'd have like 2 bags full.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's the economics of things, where chocolate sweets, obviously the sugar tax over here. I don't know if you guys have the sugar tax, but like sweets and chocolate and stuff is so expensive now over here that it's becoming more of a luxury to have those kind of things.
Hmm. We do not have a sugar tax. Not that I know of. That's it's not here, but we're getting like a high calorie drink tax in some like bigger cities. So, but not over here. Yeah, but I do miss the I don't know. I just miss the old. I just gonna sound like an old person, like an old man on a rocking chair over here. Like I miss the way it was back in the day when everything was better, Sonny. So but I mean, we still had a great time. I just feel like it was a bit. I remember just a lot more houses, a lot more running up, more trick or treating, more like you would pass so many people on the street, like just friends and people you knew, people you didn't know, that were all dressed in like costumes and everything. And then it was just I don't know, but it's
Yeah,
still a lot of fun.
I mean
Still love it.
we're rewatching Stranger Things at the moment. We're towards the back end of season 2 at the moment, and obviously that's like set in 1980 to
Mm-hmm.
1986, 87,
Mm-hmm.
between the first and second season. And like they're based around Halloween, especially the first one. And it was that when we were watching it that sparked the whole trick or treating isn't what it used to be. I know it's bigger for you guys than it is for us. Um, and I know there's a lot of people over here like that don't agree with it. They say, "Oh, it's begging," but at the same time, like walking around last night, there was two kids, a small child like Logan's age, and then somebody that was like Emily's age, walking around with the inflatable alien that looked like they were carrying them,
Oh, I love that
which was
one.
quite
Those
good.
are so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then somebody was walking around in a full blown. No, there was two people. Sorry, one was walking around in a full blown inflatable shark costume. So it was literally like watching a shark
Oh, that's
shuffling
fun.
around the estate.
Was it supposed to be like
And
the
the other
Katy
person,
Perry costume back in the?
yes.
Okay, all right, that's cool. That's cool.
And then the other one was walking around in a full inflatable T Rex costume. And
Those,
I was
yeah,
like,
I've seen that one too.
I was very impressed with those. And then you had your usual like Ghostface screams. There was
Mm-hmm.
a Jason. There
Yeah.
was a Demogorgon
Oh,
running
that's
around the
fun.
estate last night, which was pretty. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. Um, but I like looking at other kids' costumes and stuff. And Logan was really cool with it. Like when he was answering the door, he was like, "Oh, that's really cool. I like your costume. You're such and such, and you're such and such."
That's awesome.
So he was really big on it. But like, I think he was the only Harry Potter that was out last night, which was nice.
Yeah, yeah. You know, the other thing we had tossed around the Minecraft movie, and I wish we had done it. The reason it got nixed is because we were afraid that everybody was going to do it. But we really didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't want to do the Minecraft like creeper and those. We wanted to do like the characters like Gargar
Ah,
and
see,
like
like
yeah,
Gaga,
yeah,
Steve.
yeah. And I can't remember the girls' names at the moment, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I wish we would have done it because I did not see near as many people as I think we thought we were going to see with that. Over here, we get a lot of the Enderman and Creeper blow up things. I don't know if you guys see any of those, but
I haven't seen any of those, but I would like one of those.
yeah,
They
yeah.
sound cool.
Actually, Noah has a Creeper blow up thing. He was pitching that instead of the Nacho Libre, but
Yeah.
mom was having nothing of it. She was like, "No, we are doing a family costume. You are not doing that." So yeah, I was trying to think. Did I see any others? I mean, I don't know. They all seemed pretty like the norm. What you
Yeah.
see? So yeah, it was good.
The level of pumpkin carving around our estate was up there, which was really cool. There was a
Nice.
Mike Wazowski. There was a couple of
Ooh.
Disney themed ones, which were really nice. But the one that like took the absolute lead was and I spoke about this before we started.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had like carved the pumpkin out completely and then cutting it in half like horizontally, so the base was there like rounded up until like halfway up, and then they used what looked like parts of the pumpkin that they had carved out to make a pirate ship, and then suspended it using toothpicks above the candles. That was awesome. The level of detail as well in the pirate ship. It had like individual sails, had a mast, and it was just, yeah. I wish I'd have taken a picture of it, but I didn't because like Logan was running between houses and it was dark, so I was trying to
Mm-hmm.
keep an eye on him, and we had the dog. But like I even like nudged Lindsay and said, "Look at that! That pumpkin's awesome." It's like completely blown my mind that somebody had gone away from the complete norm of like shaving bits off and stuff like that to make it just look like a pirate ship lit up, but
Mm-hmm.
to make it like a full pirate ship. So that was impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at some of these. They're all very cool. I do not see any of them using toothpicks to like keep them afloat so that you can put the candles under them. Like that. That
Yeah,
is really cool. So yeah, because when you said it, I started searching it, and I don't see any like that. So somebody used
yeah,
some extra ingenuity on that one. Kudos to them.
yeah. And the other thing I enjoyed this year that we had a lot of issues last year around the estate with kids being absolute a holes,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
smashing people's pumpkins up. We had none of that this year. There was nothing. People weren't having their ornaments knocked over in the garden.
Awesome.
There was no like destroyed pumpkins, destroyed like decorations and stuff like that. So it was really well done, which I'm happy about because people spend a lot of money on the decorations and a lot of time and effort to make things look
Sure. Yeah.
cool. Um, so yeah, I was really happy with that. My neighbor two down had a gazebo up on his driveway, and then he had like all the horror greats. So he had Michael Myers, he had Jason, he had Freddy Krueger, but they were all like on polystyrene heads on sticks
Oh, nice, nice, nice,
on his drive. And then like he had a smoke machine, and like the underneath the gazebo was all green. So like as you walked in to the gazebo to get to his front door, everything was like really green and spooky, and all these heads on sticks. He had like tubular bells playing from Exorcist, like all like spooky music and stuff like that. It was awesome. And like Simon and Nicola, they're my neighbors, are two down. Always do a really good job. But he's had his decorations out for ages. So he had like what looks like a dead body wrapped up in plastic from Dexter, like hanging out of one of the windows for like a week to week and a half. Um, he's got a white garage door which has had like bloody handprints and smears all over it
oh,
with like fake
that's
limbs
that's
sticking out,
awesome.
at the bottom, like they're trapped underneath. So he goes all out as well, which was impressive. So he's kind of like triggered me to go a bit bigger for next year. So
Mm,
I need to put some time and effort into
I like it. Other than that, it's been a pretty quiet week for me. I don't think I have much else. We were prepping for Halloween basically, and just doing the normal stuff. I don't have much. I don't have much else. Anything else for you?
that. I tried Outer Worlds 2
Oh yeah, yeah.
from Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like because my subscription hasn't yet stopped, so I
Yeah,
thought I would give it a try. Like that was the last, like the Hail Mary from Game Pass to keep me
sure.
hooked, and I uninstalled it today. So
No good,
I
or
played
just not you, or like what?
it. It's very same. So unfortunately, Obsidian, fantastic work. I will not knock the game at all in the sense of well polished. The graphics are really good. The gameplay's fantastic. The storyline's interesting. The tongue in cheek. Everything is really good. The dialogue is brilliant. I will give it all that. But equally, on Game Pass's subscription, you can play Far Cry. You can play
Mm.
Fallout. You can play. Trying to think of other first-person shooting RPGs. There's so many you can play.
Yeah, I hear you.
Atomic Heart,
Mm.
Atomfall. Um,
Yeah, I hear you.
there's
It's
one more,
similar.
but
It's
yeah,
just the same as all the other
yeah.
gigs. Yeah.
So while in my rotation of games at the moment, I've got Borderlands in there, which is my big RPG first-person shooter. It's not kept my attention. And it's not like I played it for half an hour and thought, no, this is for me. I put 7 hours into it last night. Sat and played it for 7 hours straight to try and give it some, you know,
Mm-hmm.
groundwork.
Yeah.
And it is a really good game. I had no issues. I had no glitching. I had no graphical issues. I had no weird people like spinning around in places where they shouldn't have been spinning around. Like I had in Starfield when that enemy stuck to the wall
I
and spun
remember that.
around.
That was fun.
Yeah. And I had no, that was the other RPG game I was thinking of.
Mm.
I had no issues like that. the graphics were really good. The gameplay is fantastic. The mechanics behind it are great. It is a great game. If you are into your first-person shooter RPGs, which you can have the option of third-person as well,
Yeah, over the
if you
shoulder.
want to.
I saw that.
Yeah, go give it a go. It's hilarious. It's a good game, but I'm just not going to continue playing it. So unfortunately, it got uninstalled, and it's not keeping me hooked on the Game Pass ride at all.
Sure.
So yeah. So other than that, nothing. I'm eagerly awaiting to play the Fortnite Simpsons update, which dropped today, 1st of November. I'm super excited for that. I've kind of been following the rumors behind that all month, and then like Fortnite came out and announced it a couple of days ago. So
That's cool. That's very cool.
there's that, and then things I've got coming up. Not a lot. It's a bad week. So
yeah, bad week.
72
See
hour
you
week
later,
coming
Sean. I'll talk to you in a week.
Yeah, it's pretty much the next time you see me will be Thursday, and I'll be like, I'm so tired. But no, I've had a really enjoyable 2 weeks off. I've hung out with Logan a lot. We've done
That's awesome.
what seems to be a lot of just chilling out. I've let him have a bit more screen time than we normally would in the holidays, just because the weather's been poor, and we've kind of just hung out. We've done stuff. We've done some drawing. We've done some coloring. We've done some Lego building. We've done all kinds of business. But it's been nice. It's been a really nice switch off and recharge. So
that's cool. That's what
yeah,
you gotta do it. You gotta do what you gotta do
it
for
is.
it. Spend time with them. So that's awesome.
Yep. But then, yeah, no. Other than that, that's it for me.
Cool.
All complete.
Yeah.
Cool. Keeping with the theme of the Halloween, this week's dad topic on Wednesday, we are going to be talking about Halloween candy and probably a lot more Halloween traditions as well,
Yeah.
of new and old. So it's going to be very much a Halloween themed dad topic episode this week. So come and catch up on Wednesday. We will be eating some candy, so do expect some chomping and slurping noises. I do apologize in advance, but there will be some ASMR behind some candy. So yeah, until Wednesday, guys. Enjoy the beginning of November, and we'll speak to you soon.
See you later, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott, and you can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over, because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dad Crossing.